Hello, my fellow ducklings, and Merry Christmas to all who celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, Happy Holidays from your fellow epic duck to one another. From one duck to another. Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and just like last year, I think honestly now I might just make December EAS reaction month. I'm not sure. Because I did like two or three last year. Now we're doing more. I made a playlist of like five of yeah, I have six. I made a whole playlist and they're gonna come out throughout the week. And hopefully that'll all go well. We are doing this one. I chose. I was gonna do another one, but I found this on my recommended page. I figured, it's Christmas Day. It's a Christmas EAS scenario. Why not? So let's get into this. I'm gonna do my own disclosure as well, just in case. Do not play this video like at loud volumes in like a public area, as playing an EAS like alarm is against the law in the United States. It probably is in other countries, but I'm not sure. But I know it is illegal in the United States. So do not do this as like, oh, it's a funny prank, guys. Don't worry, you will get arrested. Although if you're a minor, just like fine in juvie or whatever. But you get my point. Don't do stupid shit. Let's get into this. And it's all fiction, of course. Christmas Eve. Time of lights, music, and family. But as the cold deepened, the world began to go quiet. This is titled A Very Silent Night, if you all didn't see that. Emergency lines filled with calls that cut off mid-sentence. I hope this isn't copyrighted. That might be a problem. Radio stayed on, but no one was speaking anymore. This wasn't a storm. This was Silent Night. You know, there's a movie called Silent Night. A normal winter advisory to start the Christmas break. Colder than expected, but nothing unusual.
The National Weather Service has issued a special
Oregon.
statement for Western Washington and Oregon. An Arctic air mass is moving south faster than anticipated, bringing overnight temperatures well below seasonal averages.
Subtitles for y'all.
Residents are advised to limit outdoor exposure and check on vulnerable neighbors. This is not a winter storm warning at this time.
December 18th, 2023. People calling in, joking about the cold. One call feels off.
Phones are lighting up tonight. Coldest Christmas Eve I can remember. Who's this?
Yeah, I'm outside. It's quiet out here. Too quiet.
Cold'll do that. You heading inside?
I was, but my hands feel numb, and I can't.
All right then. Stay warm out there, folks.
The first time the government steps in, still calm, still controlled. Let me actually increase the size of the subtitles. Oh, Los Angeles.
This is the emergency alert system. Message originating National Weather Service. Seattle. Extreme cold conditions are being reported across multiple West Coast states. Temperatures may drop rapidly and without warning. Prolonged exposure may result in hypothermia, confusion, and loss of consciousness. Residents are urged to remain indoors whenever possible and avoid unnecessary travel.
You know, Florida might be the one place that's safe from something like this. Something doesn't add up. People aren't responding. They're just still. The government decides to respond. Department of Health and Human Services issued a national emergency message. Yippee.
This is the emergency alert system. Message originating Department of Health and Human Services, Washington, D.C. Medical authorities are investigating reports of sudden neurological shutdowns associated with extreme cold exposure. Symptoms may include sudden immobility, slowed breathing, and loss of responsiveness without signs of distress. Individuals found outdoors and unresponsive should not be assumed deceased. Further instructions will be issued as more information becomes available.
While federal agencies spoke carefully, first responders didn't. In Midwest cities, 911 calls are surged. Surged for people behaving wrong, not weather-related accidents. They stood in snow, spoke in fragments, and failed to respond to their names.
Engine 14, be advised. Caller reports a male subject standing outside for over an hour. No coat, not responding verbally.
Yeah, this definitely isn't some anomaly or anomalous entity messing with the minds of humans. Okay, what was that? What was that? That might just okay. It's very windy outside for me right now. I just heard like a knock between against the wall or something. For context, like to my right, there's like windows that could have just been this like bush that's outside, but that kind of spooked me. Okay.
Copy. Is he conscious?
Yes, eyes open. Just staring.
This reminds me of another EAS scenario that is going to be put out this week.
That's the third one tonight.
The first systematic disruptions appeared where people least expected them. Transportation. The cold wasn't grounding planes, it was affecting the people operating them. Wait, what? So, planes are falling out of the sky.
An increase in reported neurological impairments among
Right?
transportation personnel following prolonged cold exposure. Enhanced medical screenings are now in effect. Flight crews, rail operators, and commercial drivers operating in affected regions may be subject to mandatory stand-downs. Travel delays should be expected. This measure is precautionary and temporary.
By now, it was clear. The phenomenon wasn't confined to snow-heavy regions. Cases began appearing in areas unaccustomed to extreme cold, deserts, high plains, and border states experiencing record overnight freezes. Albuquerque. Oh, excuse me.
A public health emergency is declared effective immediately due to a rise in cold-associated neurological incidents. Residents are advised to limit outdoor exposure during overnight and early morning hours. Emergency shelters are open statewide. Individuals displaying confusion or unresponsiveness should be reported to local authorities. This situation remains under active investigation in coordination with federal agencies.
Okay. Late that night, one final nationwide message aired. It wasn't alarming, it wasn't dramatic, but for the first time, the wording changed. The government stopped saying temporary. Are you kidding me? Temporary and started saying unknown. Okay, great.
This is the emergency alert
um.
system. Message originating.
Okay. To be honest, though, does anything good ever happen in Chicago? December 21st, 2023, hospitals across the country reported patients who were warm, conscious, and stable, then suddenly unresponsive. What began as a weather emergency was now something else entirely. Yeah, it's a phenomenon even the SCP Foundation probably can't, like, handle.
Attention all staff. Due to an influx of patients presenting with unexplained neurological shutdown, the following protocols are now in effect. Patients exhibiting sudden mutism, mobility, or catatonic states are to be isolated. Do not assume hypothermia as primary cause unless core temperature confirms. Sedatives have shown no effect. CT and MRI scans show no stroke activity. Operating beyond capacity.
This was the first time officials admitted that the cold itself might be doing something unprecedented. It took me it really took me a hot second to understand that. Are we serious?
This is the emergency alert system. Message originating Department of Health and Human Services, Washington, D.C. A nationwide public health emergency is under investigation. Medical facilities across multiple states are reporting sudden neurological failure associated with recent cold exposure. Symptoms include loss of speech, lack of voluntary movement, and prolonged unresponsiveness.
Okay,
Affected
damn.
individuals may appear conscious but cannot respond. This condition is not contagious and is not caused by infection or chemical exposure.
So they're conscious, but like their brain mobility is like deactivated basically. Like they have no train of thought. They don't have like the muscles to like move. They're basically frozen in place, but their consciousness is still there, like it's trapped in like a cryopod. Right?
It remains unknown. Until further notice, limit outdoor exposure during extreme cold conditions. Further updates will follow.
Authorities stopped trying to got to reassure the public. They didn't know how to stop it, only how to warn people away from the cold. There's no stopping this. I'm sorry to tell you that there's nothing stopping this thing. The world's kind of got. Hey. Helldivers 2. Hey. No, I'm joking. HG2. Helldivers 2. Anyway.
Do not remain outdoors during freezing conditions. Do not attempt to assist individuals who appear unresponsive in the cold without protective shelter. Emergency services may be delayed or unavailable. If you are indoors, stay indoors. If you are already exposed,
You're good as dead. You're good as dead if you're outside, man. I'm sorry to tell you. By the 23rd, the cold was no longer the main threat. People weren't freezing to death, they were stopping. Emergency rooms reported patients sitting upright, eyes open, vitals fading without distress. Okay. So they're what? Being controlled by an entity? Beema! Okay. Wow. That is getting a little annoying. Yeah, you don't say.
Facilities are advised to document cases but conserve resources. If a household member becomes unresponsive but calm, do not force movement. Further guidance will be issued as available. This concludes this message.
Even warm cities weren't spared. The cold wasn't the cause anymore. It was the trigger. Wow, the one time where Florida is also in a threat. Wow.
He's breathing, but he won't answer. He smiled and said it was quiet now.
The one time where Florida is also in danger of something that is dealing with the cold. Although I'm not very educated on like past events, but who knows? Maybe there was a past event with Florida where they had some sort of like snowstorm somehow, even though they're pretty close to the equator. I don't know. I'm getting off topic.
Stop.
Is he cold? Is the room temperature low?
No, the heater's on. It's 72.
Sir, we've been getting similar calls. Please stay with him.
Oh. Hospitals stopped calling it an outbreak. They started calling it a condition. Honestly, either one fits, man. Either one fits.
Patient intake suspended. Over 63% of admissions show non-responsive neurological shutdown, no signs of distress. EEG activity declines uniformly after exposure to sub-freezing environments, regardless of duration. Patients appear aware during early stages. Staff experiencing similar symptoms after extended shifts near exterior ports. Recommendation: rotate personnel every 20 minutes near cold zones.
In places with no power and no alerts, voices still reached out.
Hearing this, towns along Highway 12 are just quiet. Cars stopped mid-road. People sitting on porches like they're listening for something. Nobody looks scared. That's the worst part. It's like they're waiting.
Uh,
All non-essential travel is suspended indefinitely.
yeah. I wonder why.
Individuals displaying distress. Active responders do not relocate calm, non-responsive individuals unless they are in immediate danger. Public shelters are no longer accepting new occupants. Citizens are encouraged to remain with family.
Yeah, with the possible final moments you may have. Yeesh. The last coordinated message before the county frac. Okay, that was too fast. I am sorry, dog. That was way too fast. The last coordinated message before the country fractured into silence. Are we sure not the world at this rate?
This is the emergency alert system. National response capabilities are critically reduced. The condition known as silent night is no longer preventable. If you're unaffected, stay warm. Avoid prolonged cold exposure. Remain indoors. Limit movement at night if you're affected. You are not alone. This message will repeat when possible. End of transmission.
When the alert stopped, the cold remained, and so did the quiet. The event would near. Hold on. The event would later be referred to as Silent Night, a neurological catastrophe triggered by extreme cold exposure, amplified by conditions no one fully understood. In the days that followed, emergency transmissions grew fewer. Entire regions fell off the air without explanation. Some cities reported recovery efforts. Others never broadcast again. Investigations confirmed that a small percentage of the population carried a rare neurological resistance, an anomaly that allowed them to survive prolonged exposure to the conditions that incapacitated, I think, most of humanity. By mid-January, national emergency coordination ceased. The emergency alert system remained active, but largely unused. Its tones echoing only during automated. Okay, I was on last second. During automated tests, transmitted into empty homes and snow-covered streets. Communities were smaller, voices were fewer, and every winter after, when the cold returned and the nights grew longer, survivors remembered the broadcasts and the moment when the world went quiet all at once. This concludes the record of the Silent Night event. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much. That was a good EAS scenario, don't get me wrong. Sure, it is like it can use some work, don't get me wrong. But it's still very good. And it was actually just posted. It premiered as well. Yeah, on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that a like. Yeah, Doc, 2,000 subscribers and only 58 likes. Come on, man. This deserves more likes though. This make me paranoid. I live in a cold ass neighbor's snow is there. That's funny. That's funny. But this was very good. Don't get me wrong. Eclipse. I'll have their channel linked in the description. And Eclipse, if you see this, hey, props to you, man. This was pretty good. You have, you've made others in the past. Oh, you made the Thanksgiving virus. That's actually pretty cool. I watched that. The graveyard shit. So I've watched some of yours before. Yeah, I will definitely watch more of these, like on my own time. Because, this was pretty good. This was pretty good. For your own work, yeah, it was pretty good. Like, if you see this, props to you. Pretty good work. But, hey, a little short video for today. More to come out throughout the week. I hope all my ducklings and anyone watching this video have a very great Christmas, even though it is 6:30 p.m. as I'm recording this. And it's probably going to be 7 o'clock by the time this uploads, but either way, have a happy holiday. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to all who celebrate. And spend good time with your family this year. Not just for Christmas, but New Year's as well. Christmas and New Year's are great times to spend with family and gather around, not just for the times of Christmas, but also the celebration into a new year. I'm probably not gonna do a New Year's live stream this year, but I'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll still make the final decision, later. But with that, everyone have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for the next upload.